At Exeter TV, we pretty much cover all things Exeter. So we film live government meetings. We have over 20 different committees we film throughout the year. Anywhere from 1 to 5 nights a week, we have live meeting coverage that you can watch to keep residents informed about their local government decisions. We also cover a lot of community stories, whether it's a memorial bench that's getting put in for a crossing guard who passed away, or a old lady who wants to dance when she's 101 years old. So there's a lot of interesting stories we cover. We also help local area nonprofits with their messaging, whether they're doing a fundraiser or just letting people know about the services that are available to them. So kind of keeps us really busy doing different things every day. For Exeter TV, I'm Bob Glowacky. From the newly renovated Linden Street Bridge, this is the Exeter Biweekly Report. Let's get started. Good afternoon, Exeter. Thanks for tuning into the show today. I actually didn't think I would be working at Exeter TV. I got back from a master's in wildlife filmmaking, and I used to work here in high school at Exeter TV, and I hit up my boss for a temporary job while I looked for other work. That 2 weeks turned into 7 years, and I'm still here. So whenever I find a story here in Exeter that's related to conservation or humans and wildlife interacting, that's really my passion, and I'm lucky that Exeter has a really great tradition of conservation in town. A lot of birding along the Exeter-Squamscott River, and of course we have our annual herring migration every year, which is my favorite time of year. So every mid-May to early June, hundreds of thousands of fish, alewife and blueback river herring, swim up the river. And it's something that for people who are new to town, they walk by the river and don't even notice. They maybe see some ripples, but if you put a camera under the water like I do, you'll see tens of thousands of fish just like fighting to get upstream every year, and it's really incredible to see. And it wasn't until recently, the first year I got back full-time here at Exeter TV was 2017, which was a year after the Great Dam downtown was taken down. This beloved structure that created a reservoir and higher water levels above the river was deemed unsafe and was removed. And it left behind a beautiful falls that you now see in downtown Exeter, right by the library. So it's the first time in 300 to 400 years that the fish have been able to swim up freely, and I've got to experience that ever since I started working here. Just every year, more and more fish are coming back, and New Hampshire Fish and Game is researching them. University of New Hampshire is also getting involved with research. So we try to tell those stories of the fish coming back and what that means for Exeter and our ecosystem and tourism. And it's just interesting to see because a lot of people don't know about it. And maybe they see me crawling around the river with my boots and they're like, what is that guy doing down there? And then, I'm always stopping people who are looking over the bridge. Did you know there's fish down there? Most people don't, unless they're, been here for a long time. So it's always fun sharing those stories, whether it's through a video or just talking to people on the street. We kind of told the story of how the town was, hesitant to remove the dam because it was a beloved structure, but in the end it was removed. And, each year since, we kind of do little short stories and give little updates if we know of new statistics coming out, like how many fish made it up. Just last year we were the first video project kind of focused on downtown and the removing of the dam. I believe just a year or two ago, I met up with Fish and Game at the Pickpocket Dam and saw just the loads of fish coming up through the fish ladder or making it to the Pickpocket Dam. So showing that they're making it all the way upriver. So it was interesting to kind of just follow along as new information and updates come out and share that with the public. What I love about Exeter TV is that we focus on Exeter and what makes Exeter great, what's happening in Exeter, the people of Exeter. And I think now more than ever, it's a great time to tune in and learn about what's happening in your community, meet the neighbors that are volunteering on the town committee boards, learn about the members of the community that are making an impact, and you know, we're helping to build community through community TV.